Thank you. Next, Mr. Steve Gordon, who's president of Instant Off Incorporated.
Madam Chairman, Madam Chairwoman, Mr. Chairman, distinguished members of the committee, thank you for inviting me to Washington to testify this morning. My name is Steve Gordon, and I'm from Clearwater, Florida. I'm honored to be here and to deliver this testimony before the People's Congress. I'm here as the voice of regular small business owners who have historically been the largest creator of jobs in our country. We are frustrated with the inability to obtain financing to create critically needed jobs. Jobs can only be created with capital, and the bailed out banks are not helping the situation. In spite of the taxpayers' generosity, 2009 saw the sharpest decline in lending since 1942. Further compounding the problem, banks are taking away existing credit lines. While this may be a prudent act of self-preservation, credit reductions lower your credit score, giving the banks a convenient reason to increase your rates. Consider my story. I'm the owner of a small business called Instant Off. We manufacture a water-saving device that fits on any faucet and saves up to 10,000 gallons of water a year. Instant Off costs less than $10, and we have sold over 800,000 units. Our U.S. market potential is 50 million units, and globally around 200 million units. We can create 25 jobs right now and 75 more over the next 3 years. As we grow, 25% of our employees will be people with disabilities, and we challenge other companies to match this commitment. In addition, we will create jobs for our suppliers and distributors. We are ready to move forward and implement our marketing plan, but none of this will happen without the necessary capital. American innovation is what made this country an economic leader. People with innovative ideas grow them at a huge personal expense in pursuit of the American dream. Yet when the time is right to grow beyond their individual means, this creative endeavor is often not judged for its business plan or proven success, not on its management team or what it can do for the country, nor what it can do for the environment, not for the jobs it will create or for the potential increase in export sales. It all comes down to your credit score. The current lending model does not work in today's post-crash economy. If we depend on banks to make business loan decisions, we are in for a long, painful recession. Banks can't even figure out how to solve their foreclosure problem. At this point, we must change our strategy. The government must take responsibility and solve the capital crisis. Congress lent directly to the banks, directly to the automakers, directly to AIG. It's time for a similar program for small business. I propose that Congress pass legislation to make the SBA a direct lender to small business. Any money approved for small business loans should be kept in a separate account. The American people do not want to give any more money to the banks. The real estate crash, the recession, and the banks have lowered credit scores of most Americans. In order to create the amount of jobs we need, credit scores cannot be used as the sole factor in obtaining business loans. I am proposing a 15-point lending criteria to serve as a guide in evaluating and determining small business loan approval. Some of the key determining criteria are: how many new jobs will the loan create? How many jobs will be created for disabled Americans? Will this business help protect the environment or conserve natural resources? Will the product or service be produced in the United States, and can it be exported? And has the applicant's credit score been damaged by the recent economic downturn? Again, I urge Congress to pass legislation to make the SBA a direct lender. Capital is the tool that drives American business, and we need your help. Please move quickly to resolve this critical issue. And now a brief message from the American people. Congress needs to put an end to its partisan behavior. It's time to drop the I win, you lose mentality and find compromises. In the business world, we get things approved with a majority vote. As a reminder, there is no R or D or I in team. The Americans have been so proud of the Olympic team, Team USA. The American people request that Team Congress pick up the pace and immediately take action to solve the job crisis. And please, pass health care reform for the 45 million Americans who do not have health insurance. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be heard on these very important issues.
Next is Mr. Todd Zawicki, who's the Foundation Professor of Law at George Mason University.